These people disappeared in the mountains, and no one knows what happened. In 1959, 9 experienced hikers set out on a winter expedition in the Ural Mountains of Russia. They were skilled, trained, and fully prepared for extreme conditions. This wasn't their first trip, and it shouldn't have been their last. But something happened out there. Something that forced all 9 of them to leave their tent in the middle of the night, and whatever it was, it never let them come back. The expedition was led by Igor Dyatlov, an experienced hiker known for planning difficult routes. But everything was going according to plan, until they stopped sending updates. When the group failed to return, search teams were sent out. Days later, they found the campsite. At first glance, nothing made sense. The tent was still there. All their belongings were inside. Boots, clothes, equipment, everything except the people. Then they noticed something strange. The tent had been cut open from the inside, not torn, not broken, cut, as if they needed to escape immediately. But that wasn't the worst part. Footprints were found leading away from the tent, barefoot footprints in freezing temperatures, some in socks, some completely barefoot. And they weren't running. They were walking, slowly, calmly, into the darkness. The first bodies were found not far from the camp. 2 hikers under a tree, barely clothed. They had tried to make a fire, but it wasn't enough. They died from the cold. Then more bodies were discovered, scattered across the snow. Some appeared to be trying to return to the tent, but never made it. Others were found much later, buried deeper under the snow. And this is where things got disturbing. Some of them had severe internal injuries, crushed ribs, fractured skulls, the kind of damage you'd expect from a high-impact force. But here's the problem. There were no external wounds, no cuts, no bruises, nothing to explain how those injuries happened. One of the hikers was missing her tongue. Others had unnatural body positions, as if they died in panic. This didn't look like a simple accident. Investigators tried to understand what happened. There were no signs of struggle, no evidence of another group, no clear reason why they would leave their tent like that. The official report came to a strange conclusion. An unknown force. That was it. No explanation, no answers. The case was closed. Over the years, many theories have been suggested. Some believe it was an avalanche, but the slope wasn't steep enough, and the footprints were still visible, which shouldn't happen after a heavy snow collapse. Others think it could have been a military test, but there's no solid evidence. Some suggest natural phenomena, strange sounds, low-frequency waves, things that could cause panic. But again, nothing explains everything, not the injuries, not the behavior, not the decision to leave the tent. 9 experienced hikers, fully equipped, forced to leave safety, in the middle of the night, into freezing death. The report said, unknown force. But one question remains. What made them run?